Start in mountain posture, and if you are happy with your balance, you could close your eyes and take a few moments just to see how your body is feeling at this time today. And then we'll begin with some neck rotations, turning your head to the right and to the left. Exhaling as you turn the head, just pushing gently into the extent of your turn. Inhaling as you come through the front. 3 times to each side. And then tilting the head, bringing the ear down towards the shoulder. Again, just pushing gently into your natural full extent. You can use the breath here as well, exhaling as you turn the head to the side, inhaling as you come back to the upright position. 3 times to each side. And then finally interlacing the fingers on the back of the head, using the weight of the arms to gently stretch out the back of the neck. Rolling the shoulders. Nice wide circles with the shoulders lifting up at the front, down at the back. Really moving those shoulder blades a few times in each direction. Now going up at the back, down at the front. And then we could try taking the shoulders in opposite directions. So one shoulder coming up at the back, down at the front, the other coming up at the front, down at the back. And then going the other way. And then finally lift and squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears and then just drop down. So I'll do a bit of arm swinging. Just check if you're in a small room that you've got plenty of space around you. Watch out for that vase on the mantelpiece. Just going quite slowly if you wish, just feeling out the shoulder joint. Going the opposite direction. And then with the left arm. Nice wide movements. You can go a bit faster if it feels comfortable. And then some raising of the arms. So lifting up onto the toes as you inhale. Trying to come down nice and smoothly on the exhale. Smooth, slow, continuous breath. Try and keep each breath flowing a little bit longer than the movement. And some side stretches. So we can take the feet a little way apart for this one. Press one hand into the hip, gently pressing the hip inwards as you stretch the opposite side. Feeling a good extension all the way up the side of the leg, around the hip, up the side of the body to the ends of the fingers. Three or four times to each side. And then bringing both arms to the horizontal, rotating the arms. Try and keep the shoulder blades down and rotating the arms from within the shoulder joints. And then drawing the hands back, stretching out the palms. And we'll take the hands in circles. 3 or 4 times in each direction. So we'll do a few rotations. Again, just keep an eye on where the nearest wall is. Arms nice and floppy, hands and wrists floppy. We're really rotating the rib cage, it's drawing the shoulders round. The shoulders are drawing the arms round. If you get a bit dizzy, just keep facing forwards. And then slowing down. So rotating around the lower back, keeping the legs straight, trying to keep the hips over the feet. Good way of waking up the muscles in the lower back. So if you've got any issues with the lower back, just keep the circles nice and small, you'll still get a benefit. You can gradually increase the size of the circles if you wish. Going back in the opposite direction. And now you could place the hands onto the lower back to do some rotations around the hip joints, so we're really focusing on the movement of the pelvis here, taking the pelvis in nice large circles, feeling the leg bones rotating within the hip joints, going in the opposite direction. So a few more hip rotations. So standing on one leg, you can always be close to the wall, just fingertips against the wall for balance if you need. Lifting the right knee to the front, around to the side and down. If you keep your right hand just gently pressing in on the hip joint, you can really feel where the muscles and ligaments are moving. So again, going in the opposite directions, turn the foot out first, lift the knee back around to the front. Now we can try and keep that leg raised, bringing the knee to the level of the hip as we do some rotations of the knee joint. Taking the foot in largish horizontal circles, maybe 4 or 5 times in each direction. And then if you can see, if you can keep that leg raised, we'll do a few circles with the foot, rolling the foot around the ankle. Again, going in both directions. And then we give that leg a shake out. And we'll do the other side. So standing on the right foot, lifting the left knee into the hip rotations. If we can, try and get that knee up to the level of the hip. Feeling out the left hip joint. You might find that feels quite different from the right hip joint. And then once more, holding the knee up level with the hip. making some rotations around the knee joint, drawing circles with the big toe. You can always put the foot down occasionally if it's getting too much, but otherwise see if you can keep it lifted, rolling the foot around the ankle. A little bit of work on the thigh muscles going on there as well. So we come back to mountain posture, Tadasana. And just feel how the body is now after that session of rotations. See if you feel any different. You can practice some ujjayi breathing here to slow the body down. So we'll do a few forward bends. So this time you could attempt to just place the hands onto the backs of the hamstrings and take the hands down the backs of the legs as you fold forwards. Inhale to the half forward bend, exhale to the full forward bend, and then coming all the way back up again. So as you fold forwards, hands flowing down the backs of the legs, down the hamstrings. Allow the knees to bend as you come into the full forward bend if needed. Inhaling to the half forward bend, exhaling to the full forward bend, coming back up with a nice straight back to the upright position. Third time, folding forwards, keeping the hands to the backs of the legs, keeps the chest open, keeps the shoulders open. Inhaling to the half forward bend, exhaling to the full forward bend. So we can hold the full forward bend this last time. Allow the head to relax downwards, back of the neck stretching out. And then lifting back up, straight back. Coming back to Tadasana. So we're going to practice some kriyas, some purification exercises. We're going to be practicing agnisara kriya, a little bit of stomach pumping. So just want to find that point, that bullseye point, midway between the navel and the sternum. And we're going to do about 20 forceful breaths. So take an in breath and then pumping about 1 breath per second. Forcefully blowing the air out through the nostrils. And then pause, take a deep in breath, slow breath out. And then we're going to do this with 1 nostril at a time. So we can use the Vishnu Mudra hand posture, closing off the right nostril with the thumb, another 20 breaths, breathing just through the left nostril. Take an in-breath at the end, and then we'll do the right nostril, so close off the left nostril with your ring finger, another 20 forceful breaths through the right nostril. And then finally we're going to do the same thing but with alternate nostrils. So again, about 1 per second, left, right, left, right, left, right. Just feeling the abdomen pumping, massaging the internal organs, clearing the airways. And then finally coming back to Tadasana, again perhaps closing the eyes, just pausing, seeing how the body is feeling before you begin your day.